The Detroit Pistons are currently a disgrace of a basketball team to try to watch right now, and that's saying something coming from me considering I'm a Bulls fan. Luckily for them, we are here today to fix that and bring, any kind of good basketball back to Detroit. It's been a very long time. I'm trying to think of the last team that was good. Maybe the Greg Monroe and Drummond teams. Those teams are okay, but this team being elite has been not something that we've been able to say for a very long time. And today we'll fix that. We've got a little bit of a plan here. We're getting some things done on this team a championship. They deserve one. And also, thankfully for the Pistons, they are not as bad off in 2K as they are in real life. Now, they have a lot of young pieces, obviously, on this roster with Cade Cunningham, one of the Thompson twins. I couldn't remember which one they even had it. I mean, obviously, they're identical. Jaden Ivey, a guy who, as an Illinois fan, gave me a lot of nightmares at Purdue. Duran's a good ball player. He's definitely got to go. I mean, there's some good players on this roster, or I guess I should say some young players with potential on this roster, but the construction of it's kind of weird. They have a lot of guards. I mean, they have like Duran's a promising big, and Isaiah Stewart's young and talented. And maybe one of Bagley or Wiseman pans out. I wouldn't plan on it, but this team has talent. They just need a better direction or a sense of a direction whatsoever. So, we're going to work on that. We're going to do some things. But honestly, it shouldn't be too hard. I'm excited to get it done. I'm excited to be back doing rebuilds. So let's go ahead and get into it. Quick disclaimer before I make this first trade. So I plan on doing like a semi-realistic rebuild, if that makes sense. If a trade finder gives me something like this, I'm going to go ahead and take it. It's 2K. Let's have some fun. But the core of young players like Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, the Thompson twin, Azur, I'm not sure how you say his name. Those guys are all pretty much untouchable. They're the core that the Pistons have drafted to build around. So we're going to go ahead and keep those guys, and likewise for future rebuilds. But when I have a trade like this, we're going to take it. Keegan Murray is a great fit in this roster, a stretch four next to Duran, who's a predominantly post-centric player, along with the guards that have playmaking ability. I love getting Keegan Murray right here. This is definitely a steal, and getting some shooting as well, probably off the bench in Herder right there. Great pickup for us to start. All right, we're going to go and see if the Pacers will take this deal, sending us Obi Toppin, completely revamping our power forward position. I think they probably will. That's fine. We get a better second round pick, which is whatever for what it's worth. I think this is a good trade for us. I'm just trying to get some of these older guys off the team. Obviously, in real life they add value, but in 2K they just don't. So I think adding Obi Toppin here is a good bench piece for us. He adds value for sure. All right, and then probably the last move we're going to make is picking up Rui here. Again, trading Killian Hayes, Mr. Ass himself, I know is controversial, but I wanted to upgrade the backup small forward position behind Azur Thompson. That we've moved some guys around, and he's young, obviously, on a pretty fairly paid contract. I'm picking up Gabe Vincent as well, who's not part of my future plans, so he might get flipped real quick. I'm not totally sure. But I think this is a good move for us as well. I'm not sure how this team is going to do in year one, but I want to be prepared to develop while also maybe even win some games at the same time. So we'll see. But again, this is a good trade for us. Just Joe Harris and Killian Hayes don't add a whole lot for our team. So picking up somebody who does is always a good move. All right, and then our actual last move before we start our first season is getting this first round pick for Gabe Vincent. How old is he? 27. It's not like he's an old man or anything. I mean, I'm 22, shit, but he doesn't fit our timeline. So we're just gonna get a first round pick out of him, just get some assets, and maybe Holmes gets moved to the deadline for another pick or something. I don't know, but this just is for our timeline pretty much. All right, here's the rotation for the start of the first season. I honestly like what we have going for us quite a bit. I think we have a really solid bench unit, and then our starting five is so young and so high potential. And some of the bench guys are as well. I think this is a good roster. We're going to go ahead and go with a 10-man and get all these young guys some minutes. Injuries are off, so that's not a concern for us. But I think we'll develop well. I think we could actually maybe make the play-in. I think this is a talented enough team as far as 2K standards go. So we'll see. I don't know, but I will either see you guys at the deadline if we make any moves or the end of our first season. All right, to end year one, Luka's your MVP. Victor Wembanyama is your Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook, Sixth Man of the Year. Giannis is your DPOY. Most improved is Christian Braun. That is interesting. And Nick Nurse is, the coach of the year. So here are your All NBA teams. I will always try to make sure to show you guys these if you are interested, I suppose. I really don't care too much about them. Okay, we have a rookie on the all-rookie first team. That is beautiful to see, and that is all we had because we ended up struggling pretty bad this year. I'm going to send the playoffs and talk about it. So if I can figure out how you do that, there we go. So what happened? We were 35 and 35, right? And I'm not sure if you can see or not. It appears you can't. The playoff picture is blocking it. Okay, good news and bad news is good news. We're good at basketball. This team plays well. We are efficient and we're talented. The bad news is we don't like each other very much. We had like a 50% chemistry all year. It ended up getting down to like 10% as the losing streak began. We finished the year like 35 and however many losses that it takes to finish your season with 82 games from there. So we struggled. Steph Curry is your finals MVP. The Warriors winning again. But yeah, 35-47, 35% team chemistry. We have some issues, but like I said, we are good. So we just need to figure that out. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do this offseason. I don't know. I am honestly intrigued to see what I'm going to do this offseason. But let's go ahead and get into it. We got to figure this little chemistry issue out. And then I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be a major player in the East. I can see us being contenders literally next year. So let's go ahead and get after it. Alright, so I went ahead and traded Bagley for a future first and Terrence Mann. I would have showed you, but it felt a little silly. Didn't feel like a big move. And then now I'm going to go ahead and trade Terrence Mann and Kevin Huerter to the Lakers for these two young players here who are on small contracts, can hopefully develop into bench pieces for us, and gives us some more cap flexibility for this free agency. Now, that being said, we have the 9th overall pick. I cannot trade it because I don't have next year's pick. I don't know who has the Pistons picks. I don't remember them trading any. But, yeah. So, we'll be picking 9 in this very next clip. Alright, I'll be honest. I don't know much about the upcoming rookies, but apparently this Zachary guy here is really good. I don't know what he's going to do for us. I guess he can be our 6th man. We'll try to flip Rui for something. But he seems to be a top 3 lock in these mock drafts. He's a high overall and high potential, so we're going to go ahead and take him here. I don't know if that was a good pick or not. You'll have to let me know in the comments by either, saying, hey, great job, man, or roasting my ass. But, hey, we will find out. Alright, right here we're clearing up $29 million in salary cap and getting 2 very good first-round picks in return. With the new addition of our backup small forward and Richaun Holmes doing nothing for this team, I think this is a great return. And hopefully, I'm not sure who's in free agency, but hopefully that gives us some flexibility to maybe land a guy who can put us over the top a little bit. Alright, here's our roster going into year 2. Their starting 5 will remain the same. I do believe in their starting 5 a lot. Off the bench, we brought back Obi Toppin on a 1-year. Sazer's still here. Lonnie Walker's on a 1-year deal to add some shooting and perimeter defense. I thought Bol Bol could be a fun backup center, so we went and got him. And then our rook is manning out the 10-man roster. And then here's the rest of the roster if you want to see it. Taj Gibson brought him in to be a locker room guy. Felt like his bald ass can do a thing or two for us. So hopefully we can improve this year. I don't know. I mean, we definitely probably regressed as far as overalls go, but I like to make it with this team a bit better, so we'll see what happens. I feel like this team probably will need a trade at the deadline, so you'll probably see that, but if not, I will see you all at the end of our 2nd season. Alright, I apologize, fellas. My camera is dead. Give me just 1 minute on that, but I'm moving Obi Toppin. He's just not happy here. He's not built for Detroit, so we're getting Jalen Smith. I feel like a guy who wears goggles like that is going to love playing in Detroit. I think it's just a great place for him. Going to move him to power forward to be our backup 4, but the Obi Toppin stuff, I'm just done with it, dude. This guy's a diva on 2K, apparently, and I'm not going to stand for that. So, making this move right here just to kind of hopefully figure out this chemistry issue. Not sure if this will solve it, but it's at least a step in the right direction. Alright, it's end year 2. Luka wins MVP. I believe that's back-to-back for him. Carlton Carrington, not sure who that is, wins Rookie of the Year. Lonzo, 6th man of the year behind his brother. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved is Jarris Walker. And JB Bickerstaff is your Coach of the Year. Here are your All-NBA teams. As you can tell, a bit more chipper this time around as our team did much better. Isaiah Thompson is on the All-Defensive First team. You love to see that. And then, do we have our rook? We do not, but that's okay. We're a contending team now. Your rookies don't play as much on a team like ours. All right, so we get the 2 seed. So let's go ahead and see what our stats look like this year. Who was balling out for us? Cade Cunningham is just a monster in this. I'm going to keep that in mind for future rebuilds. He's an absolute beast. Shooting 45% from 3. My God. Jaden Ivey appears to have had another amazing year as well. We're getting a lot of assists from different places, which I do like a lot. Good ball movement. Scoring drops off quite a bit there, but it's just very well distributed. I mean, we have a lot of guys scoring, which I love to see. One thing I'm concerned about is rim protection. Oh, wait, I guess he's getting 2 blocks a game, but he's our small forward, you know. We don't have a big who's really down low playing great interior defense, which concerns me a bit. But for the most part, I'm really pretty pleased with how we did this year. 56 and 26. The team likes each other now. I think Obi Toppin was the problem, so let's go ahead and find out who we're going to be playing in this first round of the playoffs. All right, we are taking on the Washington Wizards. Who is on this roster? It looks like they've got... Oh my God, can you imagine if this roster added D'Angelo Russell, Kuzma, D'Lo, and Jordan Poole? Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious. And then past that, it looks pretty similar to what they have in real life. Okay, so in theory, we win this game, or win this series by a lot of points, but in 2K, you just never know. So let's go ahead and see how we do in our first playoff series of the video. We are up 2-1, we're up 3-1, and can we close it out? We can. Very nice. You usually don't see that. Usually you're sweating a bit. We have the Hawks in round number 2. Who do they got? All right. It looks like their roster. They added Sadiq Bey. But past that, Kelly Oubre. I believe, in my opinion, this roster regressed. Malcolm Hill, my Illini legend. Shout out. Yeah, this roster definitely regressed compared to real life. But again, it's 2K. You just never know. You can't be too careful. So let's see. We're down 1. Oh, okay. Don't love that. I don't love where this is going at all. We get beaten 5. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, we should have definitely won that series, but it is what it is. But going forward, yeah, I'd like to add some rim protection. And overall, really don't want to shake up too much. I mean, this roster is pretty dang good the way it is. They just need to progress. I definitely think we'll probably be the 1 seed in the East next year. I think we're the youngest team out of all of these teams in the playoffs here. And I just like our roster quite a bit. Might look to move Duran for a different center. I just don't think he's adding enough value at that 5 position for us. But that's really my main plan. It looks like OKC and Dallas. What is going on here? 2K is so buggy sometimes. Who wins the finals? I just want to know this for the video here. I mean, this is ridiculous. The Cavs win it. They sweep. Okay. Evan Mobley is your finals MVP. That will never happen in real life.
Well, let's be nice.
Yeah.
Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Maybe someone can remind me of when I got the Jazz and Clippers picks. I remember making trades for picks. I think that was that Thunder trade where we moved Rui and or it might have even been a different trade. I don't remember who we traded, but I remember we did make a trade for 2 picks, and we have 4-9, and Keegan Murray didn't do amazing for us this year, so we might make a play for Cooper Flag. But we will see. Regardless, we'll need a backup power forward, so you never know. That might be up our sleeve, but overall, I think revamping the front court is our #1 priority, and there is a generational talent as 2K goes in the draft there, so you might see 4-9 go to 1. I don't know. This could get interesting. This team might get really freaking good really quickly. All right, so I'm making a play for the 2nd overall pick here. I couldn't get the first. Okay, I have the 2nd overall pick, so if the Celtics don't take Cooper Flag, then that is obviously what I'm going with. If they do, though, then we got some decisions to make. I didn't want to use both 4 and 9. I just didn't feel like we needed it. We needed 1 good pick, not 2. So we'll make some decisions if that becomes the case, which probably will. But the Celtics getting Cooper Flag is ridiculous, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to try to figure that out and prevent that, because that will be a major issue for us if that happens. All right, don't take him. They took him? All right. Now we have some decisions to make. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, so what I think I'm going to go ahead and do here is take this Trey Johnson kid. Again, I apologize. I just do not know the young kids these days like I used to. I mean, I know the Illini players, but obviously you guys don't care about that. I'm taking this Trey Johnson, though, because I think it'd be good to add some more young talent off our bench. It makes it easier to keep cap flexibility open, on top of it keeps that chemistry issue from being a major problem. It appears he's a great defender and a great shot, which is exactly what we need off the bench, and he could probably be a sixth man of the year candidate next year. So don't get Cooper Flag, but we still get a very good player here who I'm excited to have. Okay, so right here I'm making this trade for Nicholas Claxton. I know it's probably not the best trade, but he just adds such better rim protection. 2.2 blocks compared to point 0.8, which is a huge thing for us. We lose a bit of rebounding value, but our guards rebound the ball so well, I'm not super concerned about it. So that's our first move of the offseason, and there's some big names in free agency I'm thinking about playing around with. So stay in tune, in touch, because we might make a big move here. Alright, boys, cameras once again dead. I apologize. I know I'm poverty. This is our rotation going into year 3. Starting 5 is the same stuff. We have Claxton plugged in now. Then our rookies, Trey Johnson and my boy Zach, are running the 2, the 3 off the bench. Marcus Sasser running the 1, and then Schwebe running the 5 for some rebounding. Bit more rim protection. We're going to a 9-man this year. Don't see that change. And then we got Pat Bev. I feel like he just embodies Detroit. And Baldman Gibson once again as our 2 vets for the locker room. So I think this year we could probably contend, maybe win a championship. If we're having any issues, I might look to upgrade the power forward position. I think our bench is fantastic, and the rest of the lineup is very, very good as well. But the only moves I'll be making, if I make any, would be the front court. So that being said, I think we're ready to go. I think this team is ready to contend, and I could see us being champions this year. Let's go find out. All right, don't get me wrong, as you can see in the bottom right, we're doing great this year, but I just feel like we're not getting enough production from Keegan Murray, which is disappointing. I thought he was going to be really big for us, so I'm going to see if I can get Jabari Smith here. He does what Keegan Murray does, just much better in 2K, apparently. He rebounds the ball better. I'm assuming his defense has got to be better. Keegan Murray's never been known for his defense, and then he can shoot the ball as well. So let's see if this... Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? Yeah, no. So it doesn't go through yet, but we've got some assets to move around here. We're contending this year, so we can throw some stuff around, and there we go. Now we have Jabari Smith, and I think that makes us a much better team. So I'm going to fix the rotation up here, and I think that we might be the favorites in the East this year after that trade. I could be wrong, but I believe Luka has now won 3 straight MVPs. Cooper Flag, I wanted Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year behind Tatum. Giannis Depoy, Jacoby Walter, Most Improved. And then our coach, Steven Silas, is your Coach of the Year. As we went 59-23. You know, something slight. But here are your All-NBA teams as usual. The Thunder, man. Oh, Josh Giddey, buddy. What did you do in real life? Oh, my goodness. Azur Thompson's our 3rd team All-NBA. And then we have Claxton, who we added for that interior defense, and Azur Thompson as well, who's just been so good for us. Rookies, we probably won't have anybody because we were very good, so they didn't play a whole lot, and we're the 1 seed, so I'm pretty thrilled with that. We're playing the Hornets in the first round. Okay, let's see what they've got. All right, before that, here are your stats on the season. Pretty similar stuff to what you've been seeing. I mean, Trey Johnson was a stud off the bench. He could have been 6th Man of the year if Cooper Flag didn't do so well. Stat sheet stuffer right here. Our leading rebounder with the small forward. That's just absurd. This team's so good, man. I love the direction we've went with these guys. Tough ball club. We kept the main core together, too, which is the most fun part. All right, the Hornets have, I believe, the Ball brothers, correct? I must have got rid of Lonzo, but LaMelo, pretty close to the same team. Added Chris Middleton. Yeah, this team's pretty similar to what they are in real life. But, I mean, we are so much better. 2K, don't do this to me. We are so much better than these guys. We're up 2-0, we're up 3-0, and that should be a clean sweep very quickly. First team to advance, you love to see that, especially in this shitty Simpson engine, excuse me. All right, the Sixers, Embiid, Maxey, Sadiq Bey, again, I don't love that. He's been kind of an issue for us in these playoffs. Tobias, interesting. They did a little bit different. They shook the role players up a bit, but I mean it's still Embiid and Maxey, which is who it's going to be in real life for a while too. So makes sense. Let's see if we can't go get them. I like our matchup against these guys, but 2K doesn't. 2K doesn't. Come on, boys. Yes. Okay, I was a little nervous there. Taking on the Nets here in the conference finals. Okay, the Nets have Brandon Ingram now and Miles Bridges. Ben Simmons is an 85. That's interesting. They do have Jalen Duren. Is Claxton or Duren getting their revenge? A little bit interesting. Cam Thomas, certified shooter, stud. Bryce Simpson ball. Cam Johnson. I mean, this team it's a typical Nets team, man. It's one of those teams you fall in love with, but in real life they'd be pretenders, obviously. But in 2K, you never know. So, what just happened? Did we get? Oh my God. Okay, we're going to a simcast here. That was terrifying. No, we're not starting, dude. 2K. Come on. All right, boys. This is do or die here. The rotations have been adjusted a bit. I'm terrified. The boys aren't apparently, as they come out swinging and win by 29. Why can't we do that every game? And here we go. And the game set. I don't like this at all. I wanna go to bed. I'm tired. I don't want to be stressed about 2K right now.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
All right. Let's see if we can't get it done at home. Come on, man. Detroit deserves this. It's been a tough battle for these guys. I want to turn it up fast, but I'm really scared that we're going to blow it. We're off to a fantastic start, though. Up 15, going into the second. Oh, my God. My voice is gone. It's like my body knows I'm terrified right now. I think we're good to go ahead and let this thing go. Yes. Okay, Jaden Ivey finally doing something good in my life after all the years of torment at Purdue. Wins your Eastern Conference Finals, MVP award. We're going to the finals, baby. Let's get it. All right, we're playing a team who I did not want to see. I mean, there's worse to see, but the Thunder, man, especially in 2K, and they're going to be in real life too. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Josh Giddey. I'm not even going to comment on that. I don't know what's going on there. I don't like any of it at all. Not good stuff from him, if that is true. This roster's good, man. They're real good. And I am, man, they're tough. But we're going to see. We're going to go game by game here if I can. Maybe I can't anymore. Unless I'm really dumb. I don't see it, so we're just going to sim the round and, pray to get. We're up 3-0. Let's see if we can't close it out here. This is a back and forth game, but I think we're going to win. We're champions. We're champions. Let's go, boys. The Detroit Pistons are NBA champions. And Oscar Thompson wins Finals MVP with a hell of a stat sheet. I mean, my goodness, man. This team was tough. I knew we could contend this year, but I didn't think we'd actually get it done. We sweep them in 4. And we were down 3-2 in the conference finals at one point. Great season. Great playoffs. That was fun. Let's look at some stats real quick and wrap this thing up, man. Let's go. I'm excited. All right, boys, here's one last look at this roster. I just love the way we constructed this thing. I mean, this was a great starting 5. It meshed so beautifully, and then our bench was so much fun, too. So that was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed doing that rebuild, and I do plan on sending out more very shortly. It's just when I have time. I have a full-time job now, so I think I'm going to do this, it's kind of a little bit of a passion project. But I'm excited. Looking for next would be a Chicago Bears rebuild, and then I'm not sure what MLB team I'll be doing, but there'll be one coming out of those as well. I'm trying to rotate just, NBA, NFL, MLB, just maybe, couple a week. I think it'd be a ton of fun. So that's really it. That's all for me. If you guys are here from previously watching my channel, I appreciate you so much for sticking around. And if you're new, thanks for coming out. Hope you had as much fun as I did. This was a great rebuild. Had a ton of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one.